Let's start with Kehlani's album Blue Water Road. She got features from Justin Bieber, Blast. She got features from Sid. She had a bunch of other features on there. I want to get into this album because she dropped on the day that a lot of people would have identified as Future Day, which meant it was a toxic day. However, Kehlani aligns with her own lane of music that some may describe as toxic, some may describe as, vulnerable, some may describe as whatever. So it's like, we kind of got both sides of the coin with this Blue Water Road release. So I want to talk to y'all about how y'all felt about Blue Water Road.
Yeah, I'm renaming that day as Kehlani Day because there's no way we're going to give it to Future like that. It's ridiculous. But I will say, Kehlani really hasn't disappointed me in the project. Even though I know she hated her first album. I loved her first album. I loved the tapes. I just love Kehlani overall. I don't even think she really gets the flowers she properly deserves.
I agree.
She don't really be getting radio play like that. But Kehlani has not failed, and she continued to not fail us when she dropped this past Friday. And what I will say is I really like a lot of the hip-hop samples that she flipped on this project. It's almost how the drill artists are flipping R&B records. She did that, which I was trying to figure out what was the flip on Up All Night with Justin Bieber. I think it's the EPMD song. I recognize it, not really sure which one it is, but she flipped that. Then she flipped Slick Rick Children's Story, and then big shout out to her for putting Blast on the project with Any Given Sunday because Blast is my favorite R&B artist out right now, and I think just the way that their vocals mix. There's just something beautiful about it. Yeah.
They made sense together. I think that record was definitely I think that was a highlight record for the project for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Wish I Never. She sampled this How We Do It, right? She
Yeah,
exactly.
Do It.
I like that one a lot. I thought she did really well with that. I liked Everything. I like Alter. I like Up at Night with Bieber. I thought that was a good project for me, and we talked about it was good until it wasn't. I didn't love that one, so this for me, I won't call it a bounce back, but I liked it more than that previous project. It was a little shorter too. It was a little easier to get through.
Why didn't you like it was good until it wasn't?
So I felt like she was leaning more into the trap and B, hip hop, R&B type stuff, and it's like Kehlani's a strong songwriter. I think she's a strong vocalist, and I think she can access any type of good producer she wants and make an R&B album. So for her, as talented as she is, to have to lean into the more commercial sounding R&B, that for me was it feels like a regression when you look at While We Wait from 2019.
Yeah,
perfect example.
While We Wait was
amazing project.
She got Music Soul Child.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Black.
Dom Kennedy, the
song with Ty Dolla $ign.
There was a lot on that one.
RPG with Black.
Yeah, she went 9 for 9 on that. So you hear that and you're like, oh, whatever she got coming next is gonna be crazy. And then you hear it was good until it wasn't. It was good. There were some really good songs on there.
Yeah.
But overall, it's like, I don't know. This feels like you're kind of stepping away from
expectations.
That's
what
which
I
is fun.
That's what I felt. The expectation was so different. I'm like, she about to bring out.
Yeah.
For the next one, we were just thinking the next thing, and then I've seen some of the names. I'm like, I'm so excited to hear that record. Also, we talked about that rollout last season so much because I felt like the rollout was so strong. It was single after single after single. I'm like, ooh, these are all hitting.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, this album is about to be fire. And it came to it, and it was just like,
based off of Alter as the single, I was a little nervous, honestly, because I wasn't really.
Yeah.
I didn't know which way she was gonna go with the project after I heard the single, but I am happy with the project. And I was gonna say, what did you say about? Run back what you just said about the previous project.
It's a little trap and B, a little too commercial sounding.
We're focused on he was saying she's a strong vocal, someone leaned into her more R&B sound, songwriter.
Yeah.
While you remember, I'll just go and say my piece. Of the Kehlani projects, this is my least favorite.
Wow.
It's not a bad project.
You gotta give it time.
It's not a bad project.
You gotta give it time.
Hold on, everyone. It's not a bad project.
It's been 24 hours.
That's what we acknowledge, though. We always
that.
acknowledge we're giving first listen
I'm
within 1 week
first
reactions.
listen take.
Okay,
right?
We often revisit stuff. And,
we will revisit
cool.
for sure. No. I'm not making these. No. I'm going off first listen take because I only ran it once all the way through.
Got it.
Uninterrupted. I think there were a few standout. Everything was to me the standout record from so far as a pen standpoint. To me, it was just this is the story.
It's a great record.
I felt like I was really searching for the Blue Water Road story of what is this? What is that? What does that mean? Whereas I felt in her other projects, it's been more clear as to what the story is. And I'm like, oh, I get it. Like I'm in that essence of the story, While We Wait, or the It Was Good Until It Wasn't. I got it. I understood it a little bit more off first listen. Yeah. Here I felt like I was searching a little bit more. And I think a lot of these songs came from that time when she was making It Was Good Until It Wasn't. I think that's what she had this post recently when she was talking about her producer, who I think either EP the project, he had a huge hand in this. He's the one who was on Up at Night. I think Pop One Sells his name. But she was talking about how, like, he encouraged her a lot of that. It's like, yo, wait, hold on. All these other songs we got here, this is an album right here. And I think that she was, creatively wanted to take a risk and say, like, oh, like, I don't know if people are gonna even like that from me. You talk about, we typically get one thing from her, or maybe the toxic R&B, or we get this and that. And so I think this was her releasing that out into there and just like, stepping into her essence of where she is now. She's a mom. She's on different timing.
Yeah, that was the point that I was going to bring up that had slipped my mind, was that, like, I feel like with Kehlani and her projects, they all seem true to her. Yes. Like, even when you see her perform, like when you see her perform, you could tell she means the shit she's singing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Where some artists have beautiful voices, but they're kind of like not as passionate because they don't mean the shit they're singing. They're just singing it. So to Kehlani's point, like, even if this is where she's at right now, like, I fuck with it just because I've been following her journey for so long. You know what I mean? And I just want to talk about the whole toxic R&B thing, just because I feel like when women are vulnerable in their music and are honest, men always criticize and don't really respect it. And just to take the eyeballs off of Kehlani for a second, I want to talk about Megan Thee Stallion Plan B record. Okay, so, it drops. Internet's talking about it all day. Like, yeah, she's back with the bars, this, that, and third. All my women friends are so happy, but I just can't help but notice the men calling her burnt out. And, she's talking about Plan V, and this is not, ladylike. Y'all call this empowerment, stuff like that. But it's like, yo, men talk about,
everything else,
slime shit all the time. And let's not act like y'all have not bought Plan Bs for women before. So I don't understand the issue. Like, why does Meg have to be burnt out for saying some real shit?
Yeah. Hey,
brothers, why y'all think that way? Because
look, they like, you ain't talking about us.
Yeah, I was saying,
hey,
brothers.
I ain't mad at it.
No, I think that's a valid point. I think that there's no parity, I think, in when we speak about artists like of the same cloth, right? So we talk about, Blast, for example, could have because we're talking about him right now, he could have a song that's like him doing the same activities that Kehlani says on her side, and then we look at them differently. And that's societal perceptions that we will project onto it naturally. I'm saying we as a society, whatever. Yeah. Right? But like, no, that's definitely a point I think to continue to call out. It's like when it happens, call that out.
And even to Kehlani, like, Kehlani be saying some real shit. People be like, wow, she's wildin', or, she dated this guy, now she's dating this guy. It's like, men will rap about fucking 3 hoes in the same night, and then nobody, and nobody looks at them crazy, or even just, I think, just because hip hop is so male dominated, men aren't used to just listening to female rap. They don't naturally gravitate towards it. Where, like, I can rap, male rap songs about fucking a bitch, and I don't fuck bitches. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it doesn't mean nothing to it, where men can't, or men don't, listen to female music and be like, they just be like, this is not for me. But what if I'm like, yo, Lil Baby, that's not for me. Lil Durk, that's not for me. Like, no, music is music. Good music is good music.
That's it.
So that's my complaint for the day.
Hey, no, it's a valid complaint.
Air your concerns here. We are listening.
This is the platform for it.
Okay.
Definitely.